Hey y'all, Rhonda here. Well, if you saw in one of my last videos, I got some really good stuff from HSN, Diamond Press stuff. And it's kind of messing up, but it's going to go in my handy dandy little folder and in my box from Diamond Press. But anyway, paper dolls. These are so super cool. Let me take these out. Which, okay, here we go. That's one way to do it. All right. So, look at my little paper dolls. Are they not so stinking cute? Oh my gosh. They are so cute. And then all these sayings and oh my gosh. Okay. Well, you know what I have to do first is fix my stamps. My carrier, I should say. Get that out of the way a little bit. Yeah. All right. So when I get new stamps, of course, they're on a carrier, and when you peel this off and, you know, get your stamps and stuff, you can never get it back on right. I end up losing it because, you know, it's see-through. So what I do is I take my packing tape, and this happens to be Scotch brand packing tape, and I lay it down, and then I take this, and I have to see where it is, about halfway. I lay this across my tape, and then take the other side and fold it over. Give it a good burnish. Then I need some scissors here. And I cut my little tails off, like so. Get rid of those. Put my scissors back because I'm trying to be a good girl and get in the habit of putting things back where they belong as soon as I'm done with them. Not always succeeding, but I'm trying really hard. Okay, so where'd that come from? I just didn't get that. Get off there. Okay, so then when you open it up, see, because if you don't do that, your carrier disappears. It's just gone. It's like a sock in the dryer. It just disappears. But when it's taped on there, you don't have to worry about losing it. And it goes back perfect every time. So that's what I always do to my stamps, my carriers. That's just one thing I will do. I do. All right. Well, and then we have these awesome dies that cut everything out. Gorgeous. And we have our wonderful, well, these really don't need any instructions because you stamp them and color them and cut them out and you make an awesome card. So I was going through my paper, which if you've seen my craft room video, you know I have paper. I have lots of paper. So anyway, I was going through my paper and look what I found. This is Country Kitchen by Cartabella. This is an older one. And I have all this fabulous paper in here. I mean, fabulous. So, I'm thinking about using a little bit of this in the middle. We'll see. And I don't know if I'm going to do a slimline or a regular, but we'll see. Let's just play with the paper dolls for now. Oh, put that out of the way. With that, oh, I have to show you something real quick. Kind of a squirrel moment, but I have to show you. So if you don't know, you know, Tim Holtz came out with a new color. It is saltwater taffy. It's kind of a peachy pink. So I have the Distress ink and I have the oxide spray. That's what it looks like. And we just got this in the store. This is $49 in Market. This is a beautiful set by Katie Petite. Which she is just, oh my gosh, you talking about talent. These are the collections she does, the designs that she, oh, anyway, she's just fabulous. So I'll just thumb through these real quick. But look at this. I mean, this is nice, thick paper. But aren't these gorgeous? I mean, gorgeous. I don't know how the color is going to show up on the camera, but look, this matches perfectly. So what I think I'm going to do with this, we have a die set in the store by Tonic, and it's a album, and we sell a lot of them, and I get questions all the time because I make all the books and stuff for the store, and people are always asking, do you have lessons, do you have instructions and all this? Well, I do have a couple on here, but I think I'm going to use that set by Katie Petit and some matching solids and a few other things, and make an album out of this particular die, so it'll be recent, and then people can follow through and hopefully kind of get the basics, and then take off on their own. So that's the plan. All right, I'm going to use alcohol markers. So let's get alcohol paper. This is Spectrum Noir. So I'm not going to need a lot, but it's important when you use alcohol markers, you use alcohol-friendly paper. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, any place that sells art supplies, and it says marker paper. I mean, that's actually what it's called, marker paper, and you can get a pad for next to nothing. I know Michael's, sometimes is buy one, get one 50% off, buy one, get one free, because, you're not going to use that much. It will, if you buy a pad, it's going to last you forever. And usually the bigger pads are the better value. And we're going to use a stamp platform. I really don't need to with stamps from Diamond Press, because I've said this a million times, when you have new stamps, you really should stamp them off, meaning ink them up, stamp them a couple of times just to get that whatever off of them. I guess it's a residue or something from when they're made. And I did this one because a lot of times they won't stamp very well the first time. But with Diamond Press, oh my gosh, they stamp beautifully the first time. What is she going to wear? Well, if she's going to be on a cooking thing, I think she should be dressed up. What do you think? Let me look at the pictures here of the dresses. Oh, well, that's really cute. That's really retro, but that's cute because that would be cute, with the paper, the cooking, because everyone should wear high heels and pearls when they're cooking. And then there's this. Okay, let's stamp this one out and we'll just go from there. How's that? All right, let's see here. So it's this little number. Is it that short? Oh no, she has something under it. Yep. Okay, so it's this one and this one. I might have to get another sheet, so I'll have plenty of room for the die. Yep, I might have to stamp that on another one. All right, scooch her up a little bit. Go down and make a little smush and pick them up. Have that squared up, and I'm going to use Memento. It's alcohol friendly, and we're going to ink these up. Ink-a-dink-a-doo. Ink, ink, ink. Alright. Then I've been using this handy dandy little tool. And it's actually, what's it called? A spike? Something like that. I'll have to look it up again. Anyway, it's basically an air hockey tool. Anyway, whoever came up with this was brilliant. So this gives you even pressure. I mean, you can get these for just a couple of bucks. but it has felt on the bottom, so it moves easily. But instead of doing this, you know, and then missing a spot and then having to re-ink and stamp again. Oh, missed a little spot right there. I may have not got any ink on it. No, I didn't. That's what's wonderful about the stamp platform. Because you go right back over, and you're not wasting any paper. And you don't have to press hard with these. Like I said, it just gives it even pressure. Ta-da! Looks good. Alright. Remember, I'm trying to get in the habit of putting things back and not piling them over to the side and saying I'm going to get them in a little bit. Trying to be a good girl. Alright. So we have these. We'll just start. Let me get this out of the way. Alright. And I have the whole set of Spectrum Noir markers, but I had these handy, and I thought, you know, I don't use them very often, and I'm going to pull them out and use them. So some of these are Winsor Newton, there's Sizzix, and there's sketch markers by Premier. Anyway, so I picked out some colors that I thought would look good. And I think this is the one I picked out for skin tone. And this is the sketch marker. And we're just going to go through and color her in. Now the thing with alcohol markers, I hope I let my ink dry. A lot of times I'll hit it with a heat gun just to, I don't know, just to kind of set it. It's just something I like to do. But see the difference between her thigh here and this part? Because I've gone over it a couple of times. The whole idea behind alcohol markers is to saturate the paper. And you can even do a little bit of shading with one marker. Again, see the difference here? Okay. So you can go in and shade that a little bit, or just color it all in. All right, and it's supposed to come through like this on the back. So whenever you're coloring, make sure there's not anything under it that can be damaged by the alcohol markers. And again, see how much lighter this side is compared to this one, because I haven't gone over it. Again, plus when you go over it, it takes all that streakiness out, makes it smooth. Okay, well, I'm going to continue to color her in, and I'm going to color the dress. We'll get her all colored, and we'll stamp the other part of this dress to get it colored, and then cut out. I'll be right back. Okie doke. Well, I have Miss Alice. That's what I've named her. Alice, she's in her unmentionables. And she's all colored and everything. We have her skirt and the top part of her attire. Sorry about that. Hubby's asking me something. Alright, so as far as a base, I thought, you know, I love the colors, which, you know, her outfit, the orange and turquoise. So I just have a A2 size card here, 8.5 by 4.25. No, yeah, no, 8.5 by 4. How about 5.5 by 4.25? Oh my goodness. Yeah, 4.25 by 5.5. Okay. Wow, brain's not working. You know, they did say something about they were doing studies on people that had COVID and the brain wasn't just quite right. Well, I'm here to tell you, they're correct. All right. So this is going to be my base, really, my base color. And then I have this wonderful paper because I love, love, love the colors. And she has her apron on and everything. So, you know, we'll just tie it all together. All right, like that. And then I didn't want to cover all this up, so I got in my basic shapes and found an oval that I like the size, and I think we're going to put this on here, and then we're going to put our girl Alice, but that's a little stark, so I think we need to ink up the edges a little bit, tone it down just a little bit. Just go through and ink those edges up. And you could even go over, because I embossed it with, it's chicken wire, so I mean you could even go across it to highlight it. Let's see. Let's see, we could do just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just to highlight the raised areas. Puppies are after it. There we go. So you can see that added just a little oomph to it. And I'm going to go ahead and do this a little bit. Since I did the other piece, I want it cohesive, right? Cohesive. Not that you can really tell that you've done it. It just, it kind of takes those white edges off. Just a little something, something. Alrighty. And it's going to be pretty easy to put together. And I was going to tell you, when you cut things out, and you know, like Miss Alice here, she has very little white right here, has more over here, a little too much white up here, because I eyeballed it. If you want to make an aperture so you can really be spot on, what you do is take a scrap piece of paper, put your die on here, cut it out, but when you tape it down, make it as a little hinge. Okay, and then save this, because when you get ready to cut it out, we'll just pretend here, you know, if that's your colored piece, then you take this, lay it right on top, and you can see exactly where it's going to cut. Okay, so if you're off a little bit, I mean, you can see, but anyway, it will line up just perfectly. And then once you make these, save them, put them in your folder or however you keep your dies and stamps. Keep those. Did the same thing here with the top part of her outfit. Just make a little hinge, and like I said, line that up just perfectly where you had colored, and it'll cut out just beautifully. So anyway, that's just a little tip and trick there. All right, let's glue this down. Get Miss Alice some clothes on because it's kind of chilly. All right, we need some glue. Oh, let's see. Make sure your card opens the right direction, because there's there's nothing worse than getting all of this put together, making a beautiful card, and then it opens the wrong way. Ask me how I know. Have I done it? Oh no, never. All right. Let's do this. So we have just an ever so slight border. Just barely a border. Glue that down. Very nice. And then we're going to glue this down. See, even that would be pretty. A little busy, but that would be pretty too. Alrighty. I'm doing a much better job of cutting my paper up. I mean, some would consider me a hoarder as far as paper. I wouldn't. I'm just a lover of the arts. And very hard for me to cut my paper, but I'm doing a much better job, like I said, because this I've had for a while, and I just love this collection. All right, let's put well, let's put Alice's clothes on her first. All right, and of course when you use your alcohol markers, it's supposed to seep through on the back. That's the whole idea. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit up here like that. All right, Miss Alice, let's get your skirt on. Get you covered up. Can't be running around in your unmentionables. Okay. And then this. I'm just going to do this top part because maybe a little there. And I'll show you why. Come on, Miss Alice, get your clothes on. You're looking very fine today. All right, let this dry for just a second. All right, and the reason I didn't put glue all the way down is you can kind of see her apron flares up a little bit, so that gives it a little more dimension. All right, Miss Alice, where are we going to put you? I kind of like that. Yep, I'm liking that. So we want it all the way here and then up to the red line. We can do that. Put a little glue down. Love this Nuvo glue. Okay. See, that's one way of doing it where you know, if you want to see the back paper, is don't make a big mat, just a little something something there to tone it down. All right, and then let's put Miss Alice down, and you could even ink around her a little bit to so the white's not so white, not so stark. Oh, I didn't do her shoes. Let's do her shoes. What color shoes shall she shall she have? Boy, that was a mouthful. I have all my markers out here. Let's just do some red shoes. Who doesn't love a good pair of red shoes, right? So let's just help her out a little bit. Oh, I don't want that side. I want the other side. Very carefully. Gotta hold your mouth just right. All right. Miss Alice has red shoes, red hair. She's looking fine. All right. Let's glue her down. And I didn't glue her skirt all the way down. That way it'll have a little dimension. And I didn't glue her hands down completely either. Just so if they want to flip up a little bit. Hold it. All right, and now we need a sentiment. Let's see what we have over here. I know there's a lot of good ones with this set because that's one of the main reasons why I purchased it, because they are just so fun. Don't let aging get you down. It's too hard to get back up. Always be the leading lady in your own life. I like that one. What are we going to do? We could do sometimes I amaze myself. Other times I can't remember what day it is. let me decide, and I will get back with you. All right, so I picked a sentiment, and it says, "You're pretty great. Keep it up." And I need to wipe that off. That's my anti-static powder. So I thought black would be a little too harsh on here, and I like the brown. But I didn't want to emboss it with black because then it would kind of disappear. So I did the pretty blue. Let's see. Let me trim this off and put a little piece of tape on there. We're going to run this through the die cutting machine. Let's see if this will fit. Oh, I better tape it down because I keep moving it. Moving it. This way, just a little neater. I mean, you could trim it up. You could fishtail it, which would all be perfect. Just put it down like that. Is it going to fit? No, but that's okay, because I'll show you something here. Yes, I do have a longer folder somewhere, but I don't know where right now. So since that's taped down, very gingerly, you can turn that around and get the other side. This is my little marquee. This is the little, I guess the original one. Love it. All right. So now we have our sentiment. Now the question is, where are we going to put it? Put it up here. I guess we could have made that a little bit shorter, but it wouldn't matter. We could put it down there or across here. Oh, I'm thinking I like it better down here. Yep. Up there, kind of, I don't know. I'm liking it down there better. All right, let's get some adhesive. Ooh, I thought I had. Let's see. Well, we can use this. This is not sticky, but we just need a little bit. That's why we have the glue. A little bit longer. So don't throw any of the foamy stuff away. That's that fun foam. Let's see. Trim it just a hair. And I'm, like I said, not going to throw away those little pieces because this is perfect for situations like this. All right. Let's do a little glue here. That'll smush out around there like we want. That'll take just a second to dry. And let's put this up. See, I'm being a good girl. I'm trying to put this away. It's awful difficult though. Awful. But in the long run, even in the short run, it's better than having a big old mess to clean up all the time. All right, and let's pop this on here. Oop, still not completely dry, but that's okay. So we're going to put this right down here. We'll let that set up. And we have us a fabulous card. Very retro. You know, you're pretty great. Keep it up. Make a card. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's not supposed to be perfect because it's handmade. And send it to somebody. Make their day. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. And until next time, bye for now.